Hello there everybody, Oimon here, and welcome back to the Metroid Prime trilogy, or it will be if we can get on the bloody title screen, because it disappears just as I say. Welcome back to the Metroid Prime trilogy. Specifically today, of course, we are starting off Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, or Dark Echoes in some corners of the world as I understand it. But, of course, touted titular sequel to Metroid Prime, which, as I have said before, my favourite game of all time. And honestly, I love Prime 2 as well. And I accept that there are some ways in which Prime 2 is actually better than Prime 1. In terms of its world design, specifically, I would definitely say that Prime 2 is better than Prime 1. I think, especially in terms of the macro world design. Micro, it's more or less the same, but in terms of the macro world design, the areas are laid out in a far more like easily to navigate way, you know? But there are other elements of it I don't like, of course. There is a big increase in the difficulty level of this game versus the first one, and the first one wasn't exactly, you know, easy. I remember on my first playthrough of Metroid Prime, I got stuck on the Omega Pirate. That's a pretty bloody hard boss fight if you don't go in that knowing what the hell you're doing. But Prime 2 was just like, nah, let's make it harder. And that happened a lot around this time. I remember there's like games on the fucking PlayStation like Spyro 2, Crash 2, like all these games came out, and for some reason the sequel was just harder than the first game. And it's just like, I don't know why you've done this. I don't know if this is something we particularly need. But they just decided, yeah, it's a sequel. We need to up the difficulty, I guess, because people are used to the game. So, you know, up. But anyway. So, yes, Prime 2, as I say, I do have a preference for Prime 1. As I said, it's not just about the game itself, it's also about like where I was in my life when I played it and this, that, and the other. But Prime 2 is also really fucking good as well. Do let me know if the sound's coming through okay. Sometimes my OBS has a tendency to not display in-game sound. It should be, as far as I can see on my side, it is sending out sound to you guys from the console. But you'll have to let me know directly, because it's impossible for me to actually tell until I go live with the damn thing. Isn't technology wonderful? But hopefully it is going out to you guys, fingers crossed, on that front. So we'll get into it. So anyway, we'll go back to the file I was at before. Single player. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. I can't remember where in the world it was called Dark Echoes. I want to say Japan. It was called Dark Echoes for some reason. I don't know why they decided to change the name. I mean, Echoes, Dark Echoes, it all comes to the same. I remember actually, I could be wrong. No, in fact, I am wrong thinking about it. I was gonna say Metroid Prime 2 Echoes was the first video game I ever wrote a guide for. Technically speaking, that's not true. I did write one for Resident Evil 1. But that one I never put online. Prime 2 was the first game I ever wrote a guide for that actually did go online. And is online, I think, still. If you go to the Metroid database, my guide is still up there. Because they didn't have a guide, and I said, I've written this one, do you want it? And they were like, oh, yes please, and so it's up there. So I don't think I did another one before that. I've done several since. I've got like half a dozen or so guides up on Steam. I keep getting notifications of people giving me awards for that shit. It's really weird. Apparently I'm very good at writing guides. But I remember the very first time I was playing this, I was simultaneously, because I knew I wanted to write a guide for it, I was simultaneously, every time I picked up an item, I would make a note. I had like a big table of like where it was, like, you know, what area it was, what's the room name, what the item was, and then a bit of a description about where it is. So I could then translate that into a guide later, because I knew I wanted to write a guide for it. I didn't know why. I just decided that. As I say, I'm pretty sure it's still up on the Metroid database, unless they've completely rejigged. I don't go to the Metroid database that often. I believe the site is still up, though. The site is still up. It's whether the guide is still up or not. I really don't know. But let's get started, shall we? We'll go in on normal difficulty. Ow! One. Mission file 02546. 8 days ago, contact with Galactic Federation Trooper Squad Bravo was lost. Contract agreement. Locate Federation troopers and render assistance. Data confirmation. Last transmission received from a rogue planet located in the Dasher region called Aether. Uploading last known coordinates now. Funny that it's a rogue planet, which implies it doesn't have a sun. Makes you wonder why there's life on there at all, but it is what it is. Maybe they didn't understand what rogue planet meant. Maybe they didn't understand what bounty hunter meant, so who the fuck knows? I love this intro. It doesn't waste any time. It's just like, nope, let's get you straight on in there. Kind of like the first game, really. It's only the third game that really ambles around. Kaboom. All things considered, she's lucky she landed on the normal version and not the Dark World version, because she could just have easily have done that, I think. Her poor ship, though. Her ship never has any real luck, does it? Ugh, it's kind of nuts. Alright. I have to take a moment to remember what all the fucking controls are, but we should be okay. I'm not going for, again, like before, I'm not going for a super fast time. I'll try to go for 100% items, and I will try to go for 100% scans, but, so we've got a scan visor. And I also want to say, talking about, like, improvements between Prime 1 and Prime 2, scan visor is so much better in this game than the last game. The fact that it's the whole object that you can scan, rather than just a tiny little dot on the object, like, that's so much better, isn't it? It really is. And you get all these little percentages and all this stuff. There's so many details they added to this one over Prime 1. As I say, I do still prefer Prime 1, but I'm not going to deny how much better Prime 2 is in some regards, you know? So I will be absolutely wigging the fuck out throughout this whole situation, but it's also really weird because I remember seeing a video, because I used to collect like an old GameCube magazine, which I think was just called NGC, because it started off as N64, then it changed to NGC, and then I think did it change to N-Gamer after that? I forget, I kind of lost track with it after a while, but I remember seeing a preview video for this, because you had like a disc, and it had like videos on it and stuff, and the video was this room. And, you know, you came through here, you blew that up, and then, you know, they opened up the door, and they walked through, wrong button, and they walked through, but this room was completely different. This room was just like a tunnel. It was like cobbled together from rooms from other places in the game. I will try and remember what particular room it was, but I don't specifically off the top of my head. But, I like how it sort of funnels you down because you can't, oh, what is this? I don't know what it is. We can't translate it. It's a weird alien language we don't know anything about. That's awesome. Because this game goes for, like, mystery. You know, the first one is like, well, we know the space pirates are here, so it's what are they doing? In this one, we're like, I've got no fucking clue what's going on. And you're just literally forced down a fucking hole. You have no other choice. It's so fucking good. The atmosphere in this one is much better than the first. At least in the opening bit. Once you sort of get used to what's going on, it's like, okay, I get it now. It does still have some really great reveal moments. Nice. Ooh, dead stuff. Terminated bioform scan. Now, although I can't get it yet, wasn't there a... So there was an item in this room. Oh no, I think you can't get it yet. I think you have to come back here later. My brain was saying, hey, item. And I'm like, is there an item? Really? Yeah, so it's all setting it up. It's like, obviously, the remnants of a battle. Something happened here. And they apparently had like a cargo thing acting as an impromptu door. Ooh, what are we protecting? And then you just walk through. A whole bunch of stuff. I don't think any of this is like desperately important. I don't remember what color the important stuff is. We do of course have our map, which is not something that's like important. You don't have to scan the map station in this game, which is kind of weird. Anyway, we might as well get the map. The map. Whoop, that's the wrong button. I wanted to... There we go. It's not the complete map of the area, it's just a chunk of it, which is nice, because it's presumably the chunk the Federation troopers themselves explored. Makes a lot of sense. You go in here, you hear a scream sound, and you're like, oh, that's what happened to all the troopers. Unfortunately, they're all dead. Because Galactic Federation troopers honestly kind of suck. I mean, it's little wonder they got all these bounty hunters running around with high-tech equipment. Like the difference between like government army and private army. It's just like, yeah. Oh dear, everyone is dead. Lore! Galactic Federation Marine Corps. It's Bennett! Oh no, not Bennett. I suppose we can read it. Something wrong with the lock system in this section. They failed twice, locking us out until someone came... that's the wrong button. Until someone came along to let us in. If it happens again while we're playing bait for those things, well, at least we'll go out fighting instead of hiding in the control area. Yes, things did not go well for these people. Kind of a shame. They're just doing their job. Reeves? Not Reeves. Don't like this plan. This hive is a small portion of a larger network. There may be dozens of hive systems like this across the planet, and they may all be linked. Destroying this one may buy us time, but it may also provoke the other hives into attacking. Yeah, apparently they just decided to set up shop inside a hive, because that's a fucking brilliant idea, isn't it? Yes, I forgot the, Oh dear, they're all dead. Such a shame. I think blue is like miscellaneous stuff. Red is important, but most of the time. But look, we get a little hole. Nothing important. We'll only read the logs, because otherwise I'll be here fucking forever. Ah yeah, bomb slot. Makes you wonder how people who don't have multiple and multiple bombs activate those things, but I'm sure they've got a method. Ooh. Sweet. And then weirdness happens. What on earth? Or what on Aether? What on earth is going on? Because it's setting up with basically what this fuck is going on here. That's you know, that's like the point. No, you don't need to scan those in these games? I thought you did. It's kind of weird the things they did say, hey, yes, you still need to scan this, and things you're like, no, you don't need to scan that in this time. Because some of the things that, like, were scannable, or, like, required for 100% in last game, not so much in this one. Okay, let's keep it going. Need to remember what's what. Oh, we're at that point already? Yes, we are. It was a bit longer than that. Guess not. Oh dear. Ooh, mysterious. Not important enough to go in the log yet, though. Which is kind of weird because you do have to scan those later, I'm pretty sure. And now we come to the most annoying part of the game. Switching between the worlds. Which obviously has to cover up a loading screen with a little cutscene every single time. It's not as bad in this version because it loads quicker, but still. Doesn't even want to finish off the job itself. I'm not sure exactly what was going on there. Like, Samus was firing up into the air. Almost got piled on by the Ing. You don't know they're called that yet. And then died through the portal. Fine. Was she literally firing off her upgrades at that point? Or did the Ing that, like, almost dogpiled her manage to... I don't know, it's very strange. Gear stolen by... You see, it says stolen by unknown creatures. So, which implies that they took it, but they didn't, like, dogpile her or anything like that. But anyway, we've lost all the basic stuff because... Fucking, of course we have. This game doesn't really bother with the pretense of that, unlike the last one, you know? It's just a case of... Yeah, you lost your shit, you know, like 4 doors down. You don't get a full, like, 10-minute sequence with it. It's like, nah, we're just gonna take it away from you. And didn't even bother with the pretense in the next game. She was like, yeah, she didn't have her shit. Fuck it, whatever, right? Here's the thing, you don't need to explain it. Like, you really, really don't. We don't care why people do or don't have certain abilities. It's just fuck it. Isn't there, There is. I can't remember if I need to scan these things. We don't, but I'll use it anyway because why the fuck not? Nice. And just like that, we are literally on the other side of the door we were at before. Well, kinda. Not exactly, but kinda. Makes it look like it is, though. Actually, if you check the map, that's the wrong button. We're a bit further away than that. No, we're not. Now, it's a very weird thing that literally the door there and the door there they're practically the same thing. You could literally have had the same door and it wouldn't have mattered. So yeah, we just kind of gone in a very small circle. Because why not, I guess. Finally got our first look at the outside world. Been cooped up in a cave prior to all this. Ah yes, there's a door we can't open. So much of that. And off it goes. Ah, it stopped. They were having a dark world storm, which is a really nice attention to detail, by the way. But you can just look up and you get these weird storms that turn the sky briefly purple, and it's just like, hi. Hello again. Look, you can see it going on in the sky. There's this weird purple glow that occasionally pops up, which is such a cool attention to detail. It sort of reminds you of the threat. It's like, oh yeah, that's right, this world is technically being destroyed. Or consumed and converted, or whatever. Veroni? Don't know which. I think Haley's losing it. He talks to himself all the time. He won't sleep. He almost shot me on watch the other night. I think he thought I was one of those things. I talked to the doc about taking him off the line, but he told me we need all the help we can get. That's true, but if he goes berserk and kills a bunch of us, that won't be very helpful. Well, thank you, Miss States the obvious. Or Mr. I don't know which. It's hard to tell whether they're Mr. or Mrs. in these things. But I suppose at this point in time it probably doesn't matter. Now we get the real introduction. Perfectly timed for the Dark World storm, and even the music kicks off. I've been sort of quiet and subdued prior to this. Not anymore. And down it goes. Clunk. Sweet. Hi guys, we having fun? I think there's an item up there or something like that. I can vaguely remember that. But we can't get it yet. For a start off, we need to get our bloody missiles back. Look, there it is. We'll get to that later. Hopefully. Nice. Denzium. Pretty sure that's a power bomb thingamajiggy. Now going back now. Oh, hello. We have to deal with you, are we? Fish a giant dish. Because, I don't know, world building, I guess. Who we got here? Brooder? Oh dear. We'll be making our stand here. The engineer tells me there's no way we'll get the ship's engines online. An atmospheric interference is scrambling our distress beacon. If anyone reads this, know that we did our duty and fought well. Did you? Did you really? Oh, hey, Kane. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You could activate it. I don't think it does anything, though. The mission failed due to atmospheric interference. Simple enough. Just your basic bog standard early enemies. Come on. Uh-oh. Angseth? I barely knew ye. This is ridiculous. I can outshoot half the men here and I'm stuck on monitor duty. I didn't join up to stare at a hollow screen. This wouldn't happen to Samus Aran. Randomly name drop because why not? She'd be out there taking care of business, not pushing buttons and sending reports. Well, thank you. Your faith in me is wonderful, I suppose. How are we doing that? Oh well, we can at least get ourselves the first major item, which I think is in this room. wonder if I can do that little trick. That's sort of a trick you can do. If you kind of jump your way just the right way up here, you can actually... You can't avoid the cutscene, but what it happens is you can get the item early, and that way you end up with 5 extra missiles. You just had a look and your guide is still on the database, is it? Oh, cool. 90% sure you used it way back when. Well, it's a small world. Small internet anyway. Yes. So we get that bad boy. We get you. We got a few things to deal with first. I'm sure a lot of people probably used it, because it was kind of back in the days before Game FAQ was really big for guides. Ooh. Not gonna like that. Data cycle 07 Cosmos final report. Yeah, that's moving way too fast for me to read. And you see, that is how you do characterization without dialogue. Would you believe? Yeah, poor guys. They genuinely never stood a fucking chance. Exeter. Ooh, that's a nice name. I'm beginning to think it was a real bad idea going down there. Reeves is right. That hive is just one of many. It's stupid to stir a hornet's nest, especially if you plan on sleeping under it. Fair enough. Brody. I'm assuming it's Brody and not Broad. It could be Broad. Man, I hope that's the only breeding ground for these things. If there were more, we'd be in trouble. We had a hard enough time taking that one out of commission. Almost ran out of ammo, and I never run out of ammo. Haley! I hear them everywhere. They're coming. Can't sleep. Ever. They'll eat me. Eat. Yeah, that's not disturbing at all. I haven't read these in so fucking long. I actually kind of... Triplet. That's a very strange name. But Yeah, I haven't actually read these in a very long... Usually I just scan them and move on. It's like, why would I want to read something I've already read a couple of times, you know? Sarge said those splinters remind him of some killer bugs he saw on a planet once. All I know is that things are fast, take a lot to drop. Pretty soon, I'll have to go to bayonets. Everyone's low on ammo, even Brody. And he's the stingiest grunt I know. Milligan! Bruder lost the bet, so he switched watch duty with me. I figure this section was nice and safe and boring, which suits me just fine. Let's hope those other pugs guard the hot zone. Hold on. Hey, hold. No, help. Transmission ends. Ew, that's not good for him, is it? Yes. Last night at Chow, Anxious started talking about some bounty hunter and how she blew up a planet full of space pirates. I told her I didn't believe in fairy tales like that, and she took it personal. I just find it hard to believe that one person took out an entire space pirate base, that's all. But if she wants to believe in Samus or Bigfoot or Santa Claus, she can. But I did do that. It is kind of weird because they say, oh, she blew up a planet. No, she didn't blow up a planet. At this point in her career, she hasn't yet blown up a planet. Because this takes place between Metroid Prime 1 and 2. So canonically, this is the... I forget, is Hunters before or after Prime 2? It's either the third or fourth. I forget where Hunters is canonically. It's either before or after Prime 2, I forget which. And so it is a thing of, well, blimey, are these all... Ah yes, this just tells you the names of all the characters if you're desperate to find out, I suppose. Okay, I don't need to scan all of that. Ooh, is that worth scanning? Probably later. I don't remember if any of this is worth a look. Yeah, these are all just seats. I like how they don't even bother with the front window, because it's like, well, yeah, we're going to use all our sensors and stuff to scan stuff out there. Which makes perfect fucking sense. I mean, you're going to want to shield the front of your ship. You don't want the pilots to get blown up. More map. So it sort of extends, because this is where the first part of the map went up to. And now you've got an extra part of the map. We'll be going down there much later in the game, of course. But this is our next destination. The big temple. We'll be going there sooner rather than later. Of course, what we really need is right in here. Well, hey, missiles. And it's the one from the previous game, which they just used for this one missile expansion. Well, technically it's not the missile expansion, it's the missile pickup. The expansions are a different shape. I want to get technical about it. Where are you? Nice. Your first encounter with the dark creatures. I mean, save for the zombies, of course. But there's always zombies. Anyway, we have our missiles. That's all we needed. How useful. Again, not sure what it would actually have been for. Like, you know, beforehand. Unless it's supposed to be like a cargo mover or something. Again, slightly different design for the missile pickup. Don't know why. I guess they just decided to change the look slightly. And that's all the trooper logs too. See, look, trooper logs, 100%. We're already at 19% of the lore. Dennis. I'm assuming that's how it's supposed to be pronounced. Denise. I'm the only one left. Managed to get out of the hive, but when I got to the ship, everyone was gone. Dead. I'm heading for that alien building we saw earlier. Maybe someone can help me there. Wait. Something's moving down there. Hello? I wouldn't go saying hello on a hostile planet like this. Whoa. You. Pretty sure there's another one around here somewhere. There. Stops them spawning at least. Or it should do. No, I missed one. Ooh. I'm glad I got that. Now I remember it was hidden around here, wasn't it? You gotta shoot it with you gotta shoot it with a missile to open it up. Then you can go around. Ooh, mysterious weird thing up there. Not that it means anything to you yet. Because it doesn't matter. Hey, look who it is. Target has been dead for 8 cycles. Doesn't specifically say what it is though. Doesn't say, oh, it's a dead Luminov. Nope. Alright. The Great Temple. .1 cycles. I'm assuming a cycle is a year? I mean, it could be a year, it could be a day. I'm not sure what a cycle is in the Metroid universe. Damn it. Balls. You meet some more of those later on as well, so it's no biggie. And I also said, you know, not desperately interested in getting 100% scan log. I'd like to, that would be nice, but if I miss something, it's not a problem. It's a missile thing, and I just can't get it. I think, was that Denzium? I can't lie. And that might be Morph Ball. I forget which one I need for that. Might be Super Missiles. In fact, I'll probably use Super Missiles actually. I forget which one's which. I'll come back and try a few things later. Hibernatic stasis chambers. How fancy. And here you get your first big fight. And it's actually kind of tough. Like, if you're not used to the difficulty level of this game, it can get you. Ow. Alright. Uh-oh. You get a couple extra seconds to scan it before... At least it's got a health bar now. Ow. Gotcha. But hey. Ooh. Unknown technology. Well, I don't know what it is, and it just came out of a very dark and evil creature. It's probably safe. What could possibly go wrong? That's like just, you know, installing a random exe you found from the internet on your fucking computer, isn't it? Oh no. See? You see? That's not complete, no negative impact on suit performance. That's only because you're using fucking Microsoft security. It doesn't know about these threats. Can you imagine if Samus' suit runs on Windows? Oh, that explains why just the tiniest little thing is she loses all her fucking upgrades and you gotta reinstall them all. That makes way too much fucking sense. Ooh, big glowing orb. Not be afraid. I am Umas, Sentinel of the Luminol. Please listen and hear our world's peril. Long ago, a cosmic object fell to our planet, Aether, exploding with a great force. A rift was torn in time and space, and a strange power flowed over the world. Where once there was one Aether, there are now two, one of light and one of shadow, each existing in its own dimension. It was the end of peace on Aether, for a new race was born that day on the Dark World, one filled with hate and terrible power. They are the Ing. Stupidest fucking name ever. That's perfect. MS Varia. yeah, she's running MS Varia. Or MS Chozo, maybe? I don't know. As long as it's not fucking Microsoft ME, you're fine. The Ying are creatures of shadow and darkness, knowing nothing of peace or mercy. For decades, we stood against them, and yet now lie on the verge of defeat. When Dark Aether was born, our planetary energy was divided. Half for our world, half for theirs. Should one world gain control of this energy, the other will perish. Before you arrived, the Ying had stolen a device from us, one that collects planetary energy. With it, they have weakened our planet to the verge of collapse. But fortune smiled upon us this day, for the energy transfer module is now bonded to you. With it, you can help us restore our world. You are our only hope, Samus. How do you know her name? Should we fall, the Ying will look to conquer. The Ying will look to the stars for new planets to ravage and conquer. Your species could be their next victims. The Ying have taken our energy to 3 temples on Dark Aether. Find these temples and transfer the energy from them to our own. I've updated your map system with the location of another temple. There is knowledge there that can help you on your way. I've also updated your translator module. You can now access devices and doors with the violet holograms. Many lands are now open to you. Say many. One, really, let's be honest. Prepare well for your journey. The Ying now know you possess the energy transfer module. They will try to recover it at all costs. Return to me once you have restored the energy to a temple. I will aid you as I can. May the light of Aether shine upon you. Nice. They know the name for the data breach, of course. Yeah, they data mined her suit. They got like her IP address and they got all her personal details. Yeah. Good. Ooh, moss. I do like how he just creates a light and all the little moths around here just fly to him. Which is kind of weird, really, because, I mean, technically speaking, they are moths. I mean, they're luminoths. You know, they are pretty much moths. And they're, you know, creatures of light. So they're moths. Ooh, origins. It is told that the Luminoth were not born of Aether, but of the stars. In the early days we roamed the greatness of the void, bathing in the glorious light of 1,000 stars. We met vast numbers of enlightened minds, the Enkren, the Yilla, and the Chozo among them. Name dropping. Each of them, we found, had claimed a homeworld and formed a deep bond with it. In time, we decided to do the same. Yep, makes sense. You know, eventually you just grow old, you want to settle down. Why would you not? Unfortunately, the way we came in is that way, and it's sealed off. It's sealed off with the green one, which is actually, I think, like the highest one you get. Or is that blue? I can't remember the order you get them. But we got purple now. I think it's purple, then orange, then green, and then I think it's blue in the last area. I think. Might be wrong about that. It's been a while. Like, literally, it's been so long. Can you do this one early? Because of the... Oh no, you can't do the morphle jump until you get the bombs, can you? They're fucking clever about that, weren't they? Ah, I forgot. I forgot about that. That's annoying, but it is what it is. Well, hey. Nice. Those are annoying because if you go too close and they wake up, you can't scan them. Which is not great. You can't go up there yet. We can, however. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't actually have any missiles. I was going to say, blow them up with missiles. No, I don't have any fucking missiles. So that's a problem. It is where you can learn a valuable lesson, however, that if you are quick and you destroy creatures before the dark stuff can get to them... Where's that last one? They will actually just fizzle out and die, which is quite funny, actually. It's a nice touch. Bonk. Well, hey! Energy tank acquired. Alright, here we go. And of course, a very obvious looking dead Luminoth just happens to have lore. What lore, you ask? Final entry, Roria Jafem. I assume that's how it's pronounced. Their army swells. Beasts and rogue machines join the ranks of the Horde, all eager to bring death to the Luminoth. The Ing sent these new additions to the industrial site to do battle with me, and while they watched from safety, cowardly mongrels. My only regret in death is that I did not live to see the day of their defeat. It comes soon. Because although the game doesn't specifically tell you this... Actually, no, that's the wrong button. You go into the map. It's the industrial site, which is what it is. It's the industrial site. It's important, because these dead Luminoth indicate where, in the other world, all the special keys are. Which we'll be getting to later, of course. Oh, hang on. This is the room. Now, remember how I said at the start of the stream that there was like, oh, after you leave the first room where the ship crashes, there was like this weird glass tunnel. This is the tunnel. This is the room. So you left the ship room and you came into this room. And then you like skipped, I think there was like a room where you went into like a tunnel for a bit. And then you went into the room where you first go through the portal in the desert, you know, the Aegon Wastes. So isn't there a... Yes, there is. See, this one I always remember. I remember finding that and being like, ooh, that's fun. A search for a home took us through the cosmos. For many a great cycle we roamed, yet a place to call our own eluded us. In time, we began to despair, feeling the search was in vain. We considered remaining among the stars, until a scout returned with news of a world unlike any other. When we beheld Aether for the first time, so great was her beauty that we forsook the stars forever to live upon her surface. From that day forth, the Luminoth were of Aether, our blessed paradise. Honestly, you were kind of just begging for something bad to happen to you, really, weren't you? Anyway, who's up for some dessert? Actually, that, I'm afraid, is going to have to wait, because it's 4 o'clock and I need to go up to the bathroom. So, we have started, and it's going, I think, quite well. I think. But anyway, yeah. Gonna take a break. Back in a minute, guys. And we are back. Okay. Now we're in the desert. And I will say, of all the areas in this game, this one's kind of the most boring. Because it's, well, a fucking desert. It's just sand and rock. And it's not very interesting. It's not bad. But I will say, that it's weird because, like, the temple grounds, it's kind of a lot of rock. Very grey. Then you come into the Aegon Wastes, and it's a lot of sand and rock, and it's very brown. And then you go to Torvis Bog, where it's just a lot of dull, sort of puke colour green. And the areas in this aren't necessarily the best until you get to the fucking last one, and I think that's kind of a shame. Hi. There's the sand bats I couldn't get earlier. Ooh, where am I? Always more stuff to scan, isn't there? No, out of range? Well, that's a shame. Oh yeah, that that we'll use later. What's in here? I forget. Is it a save point? I think it's a save point. It's a save point! Oh, it's this is it a save point? Yes, it's this save point. It's technically an important save point. Because it's not just a save point, it's also a path out for later on, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Bloody two-headed creatures. Why can't you be normal and have one head? There's the spiky things. Scan all the things. You don't have to. I just actually kind of want to for some reason. Also helps you keep track of what you have and haven't scanned, of course. Yes, we'll be dealing with that later. Much later. I think we need the one of the last items you get in the game to get that, actually. If memory serves. Which it should do. Oh no, we can't read it yet. What a shame. Ow. Don't have the bombs yet. Come back later. Should be getting those soon enough, actually. Yes, familiar music for a familiar foe. Hi! Are we having fun yet? Another save point in here, is it? Oh no, it's this place. Hang on. Wait, where was the save point then? Works for me. Ah, was it behind that door? It may have been behind that door. I remember the first time I played this. I'm going to have a lot of anecdotes about this, by the way. I had no fucking clue that that was there. That is really fucking hard to find if you don't know where you're looking, by the way. Is this the save room? Blue. No, this is not the save room. It is, however, the way I need to go. Think I can go all the way through this? That door is all sealed off, isn't it? What's it sealed off with? Ah, light beam. Yes, I don't have that. Unfortunately, I don't have it yet. But I will soon enough. It is actually kind of weird, considering you get the light beam and the dark beam so close to each other, and then you go through pretty much the whole game without getting the fourth beam. And then it's like, it's the same with the suit. You get the dark suit very early. Hi. Make sure you get both sides. Because guess what? Mm-hmm. Guess what upgrade this guy's got? So close. Damn it. Come. What are you doing? Run her off. Let me lock onto your butt. Gotcha. Get. Well, hey. Nice. Is he going to scan this? No, I don't. Nice. Alright, I think we're going straight ahead. To the incredibly long transfer corridor. It takes so fucking long to go around. Every time you want to go in and out. And believe me, you gotta. Oh dear, it's a dead Luminoth. Because of course it is. 1.5 decacycles ago. Well, Deca is 10. So 1.5 decacycles is 10 cycles, so 15 years ago. I'm assuming. Welcome. I am Aisha, Sentinel of the Aegon Temple. This message survives my death as guidance to one who would fight the end. A portal to dark aether lies nearby. With it, you can travel to this land's shadow. You must locate a dark temple, a twisted mockery of this sacred place. Inside, you will find the energy controller you seek. The temple door is held fast by 3 locks. The keys for the locks are hidden throughout that dark land. Your search will be difficult. Even the very air of dark aether is dangerous and can cripple the strongest of warriors. In our past struggles with the Ing, we placed a series of light crystals throughout their world. They remain today. These crystals create safe areas that will protect you from the harmful atmosphere of the Dark World. I have updated your translator module. You can access devices and doors coded with amber holograms. More lands are open to explore. When you have taken the energy from the Dark Temple, return here at once. May the light of Aether serve you well. Why? I won't say no. It's all good. It's all very good. So, yeah. We got the translator, which means we can now open up all your little orange doors, which means we can go get stuff. We can properly explore the place. Now, I'm pretty sure down this route is a white door on the one side. Is it a green door? No, it's dark. Oh, hi guys. Missed. Woo. Time to go. Woo. Oh, hey, yeah, the magnetic rails. I remember that. Well, hey. More missiles, always useful, especially for bosses, considering some of the bosses we got coming up. Now we can go through this area. I mean, technically speaking, we could before, but it was like... I think there was a barrier on the other side we couldn't get through. It's kind of pointless, really, that we've got all this stuff. Well, hey, just to get over that thing, it's like, wouldn't it be easy to just... you know, not build a giant fucking wall there? I don't know. It is what it is. Did I scan this? I did not scan the space pirates last time. I do actually prefer the space pirates design in this game over the ones in the last game. One in the last game looked a bit weird. These ones look, and indeed move, like what you would expect the space pirates to actually look and move like. Fortunately, do they get taken over because of bloody well, of course they do. Whoa, okay, you guys are actually tougher than I remember. There you go. Woof. Nice. Remember that specifically, but looky, something that's out of phase, dimensional flux, this, that, and the other. Which is, it's kind of weird that that puzzle element isn't used more, because, frankly, it should be. Personal opinion, of course, but unfortunately, as you can clearly see, it's not working. Whoop, up you get. I completely forgot about this bit. I thought, oh, that's right, you just have to press a couple of buttons and it opens up. No, we gotta do a little puzzle first. I say puzzle. can't blow it up in advance. Sadly, you can't. You're just not allowed to. Gotta deal with the critters. Notice that that was a blue energy pickup, which they actually added. Because, of course, the previous game had, hang on a second, purple for 10, red for 20, I think, and then add yellow for 100. This game adds blue, which I think is 50. Ooh. Fancy stuff. Ah, blind. I do like that. You can actually just jump into it and you get briefly blinded. It's nice attention to detail. Oh, hey up, I forgot about this. Light of Aether. The main energy controller was built in the Great Temple. 3 subcontrollers were built in the temples of Torvus, Aegon, and Sanctuary. They collected the energy of Aether, then radiated it all over the world, to all who needed it. In time, we came to call this precious energy the Light of Aether. It brought an age of peace and prosperity to the Luminoth. Well, that was very well done, wasn't it? Because if you hadn't done that, none of this would have happened. I think. And she was never heard from again. Well, it's a good job it comes with its own little bubble. Stinging. Yes, I know about the safe zones, thanks. Light crystal, very good. Nice thing, of course, is you also get complete and total energy recharge in these bad boys. Which is, of course, very nice. It opens up here, and of course it opens up in the other world. Yeah, they don't really use as many of these puzzles as like they should. I always felt like that those should be like a really big puzzle, but they're really not. It's usually a case of go into a place, see that there's something on the other world, and then you go there and then you activate it. And that's it. That's the puzzle. which isn't really much of a puzzle, to be honest. Inglet. Nice. We'll come back and play Tony Hawk's later. You know, that's a series I'd love to play on the channel, but due to the insane amount of copyrighted music in that series, I don't think I'm gonna. Nice. Of course, there's actually a save point in this world too, which is quite nice. Hello, big guy. You may have a stupid name, but you've got a neat design at least. Ow. Run for it, run for it, run for it, run for it! Sadly, you can't go through there. Not yet anyway. I think there's just an item in there. And now we gotta wait for this bad boy to get his arse back here. Come on, move it. Hey, cute little thing. Close enough. Oh no, it's inactive. That's a shame. We'll use it later. I do like the atmosphere. This game's got a lot more atmosphere compared to even really Prime 1, and Prime 1 was like fucking dripping with atmosphere. It's fucking great. I mean, I talked at length about that when I was playing Prime 1, but I could talk about these games forever. Sadly not. Now, here's fun. Is it? I think. I can't remember if it's in this version or if they changed it. But in the original version of Metroid Prime 2, the GameCube version, the boss was actually in the room. He was up there, and he was like invisible. And if you got the angle of your shot exactly right, you could actually hit him. Now, as I say, I think they changed it in the Prime version, you know, the trilogy version, so that it's not. I could be wrong about that, but I know for a fact because I can't remember where I read it, but it was somewhere online, and I know I added it to my guide. First rule of writing a guide, for the record, is look to see if anybody else has written it, and then just reference it. That's how you do things. But yeah, you used to be able to hit the thing. I can't remember if it was removed in this version or anything like that. Love the feel of this game's atmosphere. Oh yeah, the atmosphere of this game is great. But yeah, you used to be able to do a little bit of damage to him, to the point where when he spawned, you could literally just one shot and kill him, just outright. I think they did fix it. I can't remember exactly. It's been so long since I played either version of the game, but he's not missing any health, so I'm going to assume probably... Where's he gone? Use these things as shields to protect you from all the bad stuff. This boss is pretty generous. Hold still. Did you just die already? Thank you. It's not hard. It's the boost ball boss is arguably the hardest one of the lot. I think most people would probably agree with that. Mostly because it's in a room where you're not given any way to heal. Which is, you know, a bit of a problem. Anyway. Jump boots! Much earlier in this game compared to the other. Right. Now. That's the way we came in. I think this room basically got nothing in it. Yeah. Don't need to go in there yet. Or do we? Actually, do we go back that way? We might go back that way. I can't actually remember now. It's been that bloody long. Not there. That's got that. That's got that. way goes to the temple then. Not that you can do anything about it yet, but I think one of the keys is over in this direction. Is it in this direction, or am I misremembering that? This is the big door you gotta open up. Just like that, it's one of the keys. Right next to the fucking lock. I mean, let's be honest, rule number one of hiding keys, don't put it like in a room next door to where the lock is. I don't know, it just seems like bad design to me. Key acquired. Your health can really get drained in these places if you're not careful. So yeah, I think we do have to go through that door. Go up and over the top. You got a bleeding need the what you gonna call it? Super missiles to get through the green door. But yeah, I think we've got what we need here, and now we need to go back to the light world. I think. I'm gonna wait for my energy to recharge just a little bit before we go through there, because we do have to go a good chunk before we can get the... Because the sort of electricity creature in there is what you got to kill, and that creates a bubble. But it takes a little bit before that happens. Whew. And now we're right back to where we started. Open the door. I don't think there's any items stored away in here. I don't really remember, truth be told. Prime 1 I remember quite well when it comes to where all the items and whatnot are. Prime 2 not so much. Damn straight. And it's open now. Amazing. Nice. I will take that. Thank you. While I'm here, no point in giving up a free heal and a free save. Now, open up you. I think there's like a health tank behind this. No, it was the map. What the hell was I thinking? There's a health tank. Maybe that's Dark World side. Damn straight. Nice. There is pretty big. Nice sized area. The areas themselves feel a little bit smaller than Prime 1, but bearing in mind there's double of them, it kind of, this game is I think bigger than the other one. Would make the most sense if that was indeed the case. I just need to go up because I'm pretty sure there was some more up here. Aether's planetary energy supply reached a critical stage. If left unchecked, the energy would expire, bringing an end to the world. Our greatest minds devised a way to preserve and regulate the remaining planetary energy, the energy controllers. Yeah, so believe it or not, they started pumping, energy out. It's basically the story of Final Fantasy VII. Let's be honest. They started pumping energy out of the planet and then realized, oh fuck, the planet's gonna die. That's a problem. We should probably deal with that. And they did, in the worst way possible. That's an energy tank. Fucking clues right on screen, right? Need as many of those as I can get my hands on. Now. The stellar object. What could it be? By the time we detected the stellar object as it streaked towards our world, it was too late to stop it. We fired numerous weapons at it in vain of attempting to alter its trajectory. Nothing worked. Our efforts placed a great strain on the energy controllers and weakened Aether. All we could do as the object drew closer was to take shelter and wait. We gathered stores of food and water, reinforced the shielding on our dwellings, and spent the last hours in peace. Of course, we all know that was ultimately a Leviathan, which is why their weapons probably didn't do much good. You needed a giant planetary laser to properly do that. As I say, that took me so fucking long to find the first time, because I did not spot that little doorway I just jumped up in. It's just like, it's not easy to spot. Because I remember looking at the map, looking for a door I hadn't got yet. But it's because it's not a door, it's just a button in a room. And it's not just, I don't know, I just didn't find it. I remember I spent ages wandering around looking for it. To no avail. I think that's Phazon in there? Yeah. Uh-huh. It was fun doing that. A whole bunch of stuff around there. Do we have a fight coming up? Do we have a fight coming up? That would be yes. Nice. Lock onto him, will ya? Stop hiding from me, it's annoying. Hi guys. Oh, I forgot about those. Nice. I think you do actually get to use those later, don't you? Not in a fight, sadly, but just sort of generally. Sadly, can't get through that door because it's all darkened up. However, this was another room that was part of the demo. Then he came through into this room. I remember this room quite well. Again, you know, part of the demo. Ow. Well, hey. Gonna need plenty of those. Especially for the bosses. Do you think they noticed? Well, if they did, they're not noticing now. Alright. Most of these are miscellaneous. A couple of them are probably important. Ah, yes. Terminal reading device's dark twin contains higher levels of Phazon. Yeah. Pretty much what you kind of already knew. Space Pirates wouldn't be here if they didn't have any Phazon. Log 06.221.7. Phazon extraction raids are underway on Dark Aether. The toxicity of the atmosphere has taken a toll on our workforce, as have the hostile natives of that world. The science team is preparing survival gear to protect our work teams. We have increased our security presence in extraction areas. Fortunately, High Command is sending more troops and supplies. Our troops and resources are spread dangerously thin. This mission cannot fail. Except it's absolutely gonna, because I'm here now. Sorry, it's just the way it goes. I'm a bit of a dick like that. So here we got normal Aether, of course. It was unstable due to transdimensional flux. I like to think they were watching you roll around the whole time. Yeah, they saw me roll and they were hating. Alright. Okay, log 04.468.1. Science teams detected the presence of Phazon in the Dasher system 4 cycles ago. High Command authorized the deployment of our team shortly thereafter. Our orders are to establish a base on the planet Aether and evaluate local Phazon resources. Because this world lies on the periphery of Galactic Federation territory, we are following stealth protocols at the highest level. A cadre of elite commandos has been dispatched to provide security to our force as well. The operation is now underway. And look at that, cycle 4 already complete. Fun that. Intelligence reports of the indigenous population of Aether are in error. This planet is not at peace, nor are the inhabitants docile. Evidence of a Class 4 conflict is present here, though hostilities are at a minimum level now. Our territory has suffered several raids by a strange type of shadowy creature. These raids have caused considerable damage, and we have requested more combat troops in response. Cycle 5. Special anomaly has been found within our base. We believe this rift in space-time leads to a parallel dimension of some type, but we have been unable to interact with it thus far. A strange artifact was found near the anomaly as well. It may be a weapon or generator of some kind. Perhaps it is the key to accessing the anomaly. High Command is eager for reports on the relic. A new weapon for our arsenal is always welcome. Makes sense. The rift portal has been opened. The artifact weapon, dubbed the Dark Beam by Science Team, provided the energy needed to open the portal, although for a limited time. We sent expeditions through the portal and they have returned with incredible news. The portal leads to a parallel version of Aether. This Dark Aether has suffered a global calamity, turning it into a toxic wasteland. It is the homeworld of the shadowy creatures who have been raiding our base for the last cycle. Most importantly, it is the prime location of Phazon in this sector. Ooh, pun intended. Extraction plans are being prepared. We will not be denied. And then I think after that, you read this one. Because that's cycle 6. Okay. Nice. Yeah, some of the miscellaneous ones go on about how, oh my god, Samus Aran's here, but it can't be her. Can it? Because it's not me. I've only just arrived. Who could it possibly be? Hello. Ah yes, and of course I got Metroids here as well, as you would imagine. Not that one, the other one please. Yep. Cycle 7, wow, we're jumping up ahead, aren't we? Another disaster. The transport bringing our reinforcements and supplies has been shut down. It was engaged in orbit by a Federation vessel, which has landed near the alien temple. So only a matter of time before the Marines attack. Survivors from our ship have made their way to our base. Here we shall make our stand. Another enemy. First the Shadowlings, then the Dark Hunter, and now the Galactic Federation Marine Corps. Perhaps fate will smile upon us before the world itself opens up its maw and swallows us. Be more pessimistic, why don't you? Okay, well, I have just noticed we're actually a couple of minutes past 5, so we shall take a break and continue when we get back. See you in a minute, guys. And we're back. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. Drop the controller. You don't want to go doing that. Especially not on your foot. Right. Where the hell were we? We were right here. Phazon collection report. Nothing serious. Planetary stability report. Dark Hunter analysis. Open the big door. All that, just for that. I wish you could just go through here, but you don't think you can. Nah. Kind of a shame. You think you'd be able to, but you can't. The pirate show up again. Oh, hello. I like how those two just bugger off. It's like, oh, yours, guys. Like, what? Fuck off. And look what it is. Because of course. Ah, yep. Tallon Metroids. I do like how they are specifically called Tallon Metroids, as if to say, yeah, these guys were clearly brought here from Tallon 4, you know, just to connect this all the way up to the last game. Because of course they were. Anyway. The Hunter. Samus Aran, the accursed Hunter, has arrived. Sudden arrival of the Hunter is strange enough, but her actions are stranger still. She does not seek our destruction, but our Phazon. With each raid, she steals Phazon ore, only killing those who attempt to deny her. What she needs it for, we do not know. Though science teams suspect she requires it to power her new armor suit. Dark in color, it is equipped with strange new weapons. The troopers now call her the Dark Hunter. It is a fitting title. Oh crap. Okay, I think we're going around. Oh, this room. Kaboom. Major report. I don't think these are anything important. We do need to go here to access stuff later on, the little red dots, but we need to activate the machine first. And as you will see, there's a super missile door up there, but we can't get to that yet because we don't get the super missiles into the second area, which is toward this bog. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Although I'm pretty sure that room has the sonic boom. So a big fan of Sonic, apparently. Scan that. Boom, 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 boom. So, the door is, yeah, the door's on that side. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I know. Thanks. You don't have to congratulate me for that. Almost there. You said, oh, this room at the same moment. Well, yeah, it's a pretty memorable room, really. I don't have to do that again. Dark Hunter teleports into the base at will. Our security has proven next to useless against her. Her latest raid was disastrous. Not only did we lose more Phazon to her, but she also crippled the stealth field generator with her strange new weapon. We are exposed. Until the replacement generator arrives, we will be vulnerable to scans and detection. Our presence here is still minimal. Should the Federation find us, we will be unable to defend our position. Fortunately, Aether is on the fringe of Federation space. With luck, we will have a stealth field back in effect before being detected. Yeah, luck didn't hold out for that one, did it? Was it that? Ah! I knew it was one of them. Couldn't remember which. Actually, isn't there? No, I think I need... Yeah, I need the boost ball for that. Well, hello there. Here we go. Oh, already got it active. Never mind. Ah, let me lock onto it. No, that. There we go. Hold still. Nope. Ow. Back off, will you? She's got super missiles. I haven't got them yet. Uh-oh. Catch. The Dark Samus fights are a bit of a letdown, really. They're kind of just easy. I'd say the only one that's like really good is the last one, and that's only because it has a fucking time limit on it. Ooh, pretty. I'm sure she's gone. Phazon. Like a proper real shit. Proper radioactive green stuff, not that boring old red stuff. Ooh, what could it be? Shiny new thing. Dark beam. I do like the touch that you get the dark beam in the light world and the light beam in the dark world. That's a nice thing. And it is nice that you kind of get them right next to each other. It's a bit weird in terms of like the pacing of the items, but it's sort of nice thematically. You kind of have to. Oh, good. I'm so glad about that. And of course, there's a brand new thing for, I think, pretty much the entire franchise. Ammo. At least on your regular beams. Obviously, you have ammo on your missiles, but not on your regular beams. Which means you really don't want to use it any more than you have to. It was a nice feeling when you managed to get max ammo on something. And we're right back here again. This just takes me back to, yeah. Because what we need to do is this bad boy. It's not active at the moment, but with the power of the dark beam. Bloody well active now. Hey, I finished my Aether studies. That's nice. Actually, that reminds me. Was that room over there with the dark beam door? Maybe we should go check that out real quick. Because that was the light beam door. Hang on a sec, let me go and check that room. I can't remember what's in there. I think it's just like a missile tank or an energy tank or something. Might be worth getting. Of course, although it's not specifically stated, the dark beam is basically the ice beam from the first game. Works in a very similar way. Which includes freezing shit. Rather handy, that. Yeah, just a missile. Thought so. But a missile expansion, always worth the time to grab. Useful during boss fights. Ow. Can't even be arsed. You guys can stay here and have fun, why don't you? We're in. And we're back in the dark world once again. Can't seem to stay away from the place. That reminds me. I need to scan that. I like it. As you can see, there's a key up there. Can we get to that one now? Ooh, that also needs scanning. Not that, that. Uh-oh. Careful now. Again, more recycled assets from the last game, because why the hell not, I suppose. Ooh. Key acquired. Damn straight. I need to remember which way are we going? Because I'm pretty sure the light beam is up. So hang on, what's down this way then? Refresh my memory, game, because I don't. Ow. Dead end room, huh? Yep. Dead end room. Shame. Okay, so we got white door over there. Of course, this is the, I think, yeah, that, I think, do we need to blow that up with a, yeah, it's Denzone, that's a power bomb thing. Of course, this is the other version of the room where we just fought Dark Samus. cross. Woo! Nailed it. So much Phazon dotted around. Kind of insane, really, when you think about it. It's a big old room of Phazon. And there's a lot of it. They were, after all, harvesting the damn stuff. Number 1. Number 2. In fact, you know, thinking about it, I think it's this version that has the sonic boom hidden through that door, because it's definitely the third beam type that's got the door on it. So considering that is the supercharge for the third beam, it's probably here rather than in the real world. What's the one in the real world then? That's probably just an energy tank. In fact, yeah, I think it is. I think it's an energy tank. Sonic boom's on this side, not in the light world. My mistake. Don't worry about it. I make them quite a lot. Ow. Yeah, we need to get our asses up to that room, don't we? All I gotta do is fucking remember how. There's 1, and there's 2. Nice. Apples. Alright, fine. You all want to die? I don't mind killing you. And there it is. 1 light beam. Nice. Which is, in essence, the plasma beam, sort of recontextualized. But visually, it's the plasma beam. That's nice. Because it's a long, shooty thing. So yeah, the dark beam is the ice beam. The ice beam is sorry, the ice beam. The ow. I really got to make a point of scanning these, because these things do not show up all that often. There's also a very special one that appears literally just on the door for like one single fight. And if you don't get it, you're SOL. God damn it, stop closing. Oh, that also reminds me, I need to supercharge. Well, hey, 40%. Very nice. Good enough. Ah, yes. Because of course nothing is ever that simple. That's the one you really need to scan. Because it pretty much only shows up now, if I remember correctly. Hi guys. Should we do this? Gotcha. There you are. Get fried. Come on, you. Bye-bye. We done? They're gonna be... Nope. Yep, we're done. And you just fade away. Nice. Damn straight they are. Keys. Okay, technically there's another key in this room as well. You just don't know it yet. One of these days I get those the right way around. you that light ammo. Gonna need a lot of it. Ooh, fancy. Okay, so got the light door there we should probably check out. That one we can't open yet. Got the green door over there we can't do anything about. Okay, we'll go check out the light door. I don't remember what's in it, but I'm sure it's probably important. Time to go. Oh yeah. It's an ammo regen, isn't it? Which is always nice. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that needs to go in the log, but whatever. Okay, we already scanned that. And we're in. Because we gotta switch over to the other half of the map. Now, is there anywhere, let me see, I need super missiles, the upper part of that, but it's nothing too serious, it's just a connecting corridor, I think there's anything in that. Or we can go this way, which might be fun actually. No, not that. Is it down? Oh, do I need... I do need that, don't I? That's what you can't... you know, my mind was saying, no, you can't go that way yet. I was like, why not? It's because you need the whatchamacallit first. Right, okay, so we're going... not that way. Come on. We're going to go this way. Nope. Someone's car alarm's going off out there. No point in hanging around doing this. I'm out. Really blow shit up around here. There's that. Isn't there yeah, because I think it is, you need to knock this down so you can jump up to here. You need to blow that up so you can come into here. Scan all this shit. Yeah, it's wind stuff, nothing important. Cycle 7 complete. Another hunter wearing the traditional colors of Samus Aran made planetfall today. Horrific as it may sound, there are 2 of them now. This is getting out of hand. Now there's 2 of them. We are bracing for a new assault. The dire turn of events may bear some goodwill. One of our scouts in Dark Aether saw a curious encounter. The Dark Hunter attacked the one clad as Samus near a Phazon site. Perhaps they are not allies, but foes. Perhaps we can forge an alliance with the Dark Hunter and exchange Phazon for the head of our common enemy. Funny, that. You definitely want to go in here. Beam ammo expansion. Fucking yes. Like, no reason to not want that. And you also get Gistles. My journey comes to an end. The thrice-cursed Ing prepared an ambush of singular cunning in the mining station. They caught me in it like a neophyte fresh from the training halls. I have sent 5 score of their number to whatever foul pit they call afterlife, but in vain. My life is extinguished. And the car alarm is still going off outside. I don't even know if you can hear that, but I can. Alright. Alright, very good. Okay, now we need to go back to there. Can't get in that room yet. The purple door is, I think that's secret missiles. We can't go to here yet. Well, I mean, can we do that? We got the white door. Got the white door there, but I don't think we can. I mean, we can look, but I don't think we can actually get the items in question in that area. But we can always check that out later. Did I scan you guys? I did. Now, I need to remind myself, where is... We got that room. Because we're fast approaching, whoops, 6 o'clock. And so it is very much a case of, well, where should I leave off for next time? Actually, no, which way? No, it's this way. Alright, so we'll wander off down here, we'll go into the little save point. It's down here. And then I think we'll call it a day. Because we're close enough to 6. It's a good enough time as any to stop. Nice, 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 nice. Yes, please. Alright, and I think that that'll do it. So, in the next part, what I'm thinking, we'll explore that little dark room there. We will go to here, check out that room there, and then once we're all done with that, we'll head off and we'll face the boss, which should be manageable. It's not a super hard boss. It's just, well, it's a hard boss. I always thought the second temple boss was the worst, like called like Chaika or something like that, whatever it's called. That one was always not because it's necessarily hard, but that boss was very much a slog. It's very much a long boss, and so that made it hard because you know you got to slowly whittle it down its health without losing all of yours. So that will be when we get to that, of course. But we got the first boss, which isn't, as I say, too bad. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.